All right, so the training this morning is on how to get our new distributors started rightly. Now, get your new distributor started right, only then will your retention rate goes up. What is retention rate? The ratio of the people that joins your business and the ones that stays over time. So, for example, you might have as much as 10 persons joining your business or 100 persons joining your business in a year. The question is this: how many stayed back or are committed to building the business? That's what we call the retention rate. And until you have your retention rate increased, you will keep struggling. Do you know the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing? There are different things you do to increase your retention rate. Okay, but the most important is starting off a new partner rightly. And then the second part is for those persons that are already in the business and building the business, understanding the times and the seasons, especially now. Many of you noticed it. I said it in September, that between September and December is when most persons leave the business. In fact, if you don't call people, if you don't follow up on people actively, I'm talking about partners, you will lose. You will lose 99.99, meaning that out of every 100 partner you have every chances of not having any of them joining you in January. Now, can you tell me, is that a serious matter? Unmute yourself and answer me. Is that a serious matter?
Yes.
Is that a serious matter?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what it means? You built a team of 100 persons, and between September and December, you can lose all of them. And that's the reason why so many network marketers, every year they keep struggling. They keep struggling. They are recruiting. Now, recruitment is wonderful, but you are recruiting to keep adding to the people that are retained. Let me give you this analogy, this explanation with a different analogy. Assuming you have a business, and every time you are always looking out for new customers. You don't have people coming back to buy from you. There is something wrong you are doing. It's either you don't have a very good product, one. Number two, you don't have a competitive price. Okay? Then number three, your customer care management system is very, very wrong. Now, there are many other things that can make people not to come back and buy from you, but see these three things are the top. Number one, you don't have good product. Then number two, you don't have a competitive edge. There's no reason why someone should come and buy from you. Maybe because your product is the best, or maybe because your pricing is the best compared to what they have in the market, what they can get elsewhere in the market. Because I always tell people, when people come to buy from you, they only buy because they assume that value has exceeded price. So whenever value exceeds price in the mind of a customer, they come back to buy from you. Or you have a very poor customer care management system. So is that a serious matter? Is that a serious matter to take care of? Who am I speaking to this morning? Is that a serious matter for us to take care of?
Yes.
It's a very serious matter to speak about.
Okay. For those of you that are not answering me, it's obvious maybe you don't even have people under you. When you suffer to get pregnant and give birth, trust me, you will know the pain of losing someone. Do you know how many persons that joined my team last year? Over 3,500. Do you know how many that was retained? When I mean retained, people that started working, that kept working actively. They are less than 40. Be surprised. This year, I already have about, roughly about 3,000 now have joined my team this year. The question is not how many that joined your team, is about how many did you retain. Okay, so when you don't start your partners rightly, your retention rate will be very, very low. And you will see some real and consistent growth in your business when your retention rate goes up. Now, let's take a look at the attributes of a new distributor. It's important, bros. You will sign up people in India. You have to know their mindset. This is the attributes of a new distributor. One who hasn't seen the vision clearly. See this vision to make $4 million monthly, $10,000 between now and 2025. They've not thought they've seen it. Leave that thing. I'm asking them during the presentation at 8 p.m. or maybe as they listen to the recorded video. They haven't seen the vision clearly. When people listen to you and you talk about the vision, trust me, they don't get it once. If you're a leader, you have to keep saying it. You have to keep teaching it. You have to lead people into it. Number two, one who is desperate to have his first result. Every new person is desperate to see result. They are very desperate. Is that a bad thing? No. And yes, except if it depends on if you know how to use that desperation. Number three, one that is on a testing mode. So most people that join the business, you know what they are doing? Let me test it and see if it's nice. Let me test and see if it's worth my time. Let me test it and see if it's worth investing more money. So you watch. Some of you here, how many of you will notice this? Some of you here, when you paid for your business account, you had the money to pay for 7 slots or even for 3 slots, but you paid for 1. And you told yourself, let me get in first and see how it sounds like. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Let me see wave your hand. If you did it, let me see wave your hand if you did it. See Mama Agnes, she started with 3. Yeah, you can see Dr. Robiton. You see that? You pay for 1 and then kind of like you sit back to see if we are committed to your development, we are committed to your success, or is it just one of those things, you know, where people are just looking for your money, they just take your money and that will be all. So everybody comes in a testing mode. I did it. I had the money to go for 15 accounts straight, but I did 3. In fact, when I moved from 3 to 7, I was still on a testing mode. Then from 7 to 15, then after 15, there was no testing mode anymore. I had to go full throttle. Yes. So a new distributor is on a testing mode to know whether the business is worth more of his time and his resources. Now, a new distributor is one likened to an engine, but needs to be kickstarted in order to run and function appropriately. So a new partner is like an engine. That engine is so powerful, but someone needs to put the key. Boom, brrr, before it can run and function appropriately. Okay, I hope you are seeing it now. Now, steps to get your partners started. These are the steps. Every person that joined your business recently, we're going to follow these steps. Number 1, validation. We're going to talk about that. What is validation? Then number 2, set their expectations rightly. Okay, set their priorities, help them set goals and stuff like that. We're going to look at it. Number 3, make sure they are prepared. They have the tools, the material. We're going to talk about that. Number 4, create a plan together. So we're going to talk about that. And number 5, give them an assignment. What to do? Okay, so let's get into the details. Number 1, validation. Take out some moments to congratulate them, your new distributor, for joining and say something about how they have now taken control of their lives. So reassure them that they have made the right decision. Bros, I hope you do this thing. Let me give you an example. Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. On behalf of Dream Alive, I want to congratulate you for taking this bold step towards creating a future you truly desire. You may not know, sir, but you are actually among 5% of the world population who has decided to take responsibility of their financial life. You are a success, sir. Congrats once more. We, the Dream Alive family, is happy to have you. Obviously, it's now RDI family. We, the RDI family, is happy to have you. Do have a lovely day. This should be the first text message you should send to someone that makes payment. Let me ask us here tonight, this morning, how many of you do this? How many of you do this? Let me see wave your hand. All my rising star mentors, you should be doing this. That should be the first thing you should do. Take out time, tell them, my dear, you're on the right path. By doing this, you will ease any last doubt your partners might have and make them feel good about their decision. Let me tell you something. I've been in a training where one of my leaders, she said, sir, At the point I made my payment, when I got home, I felt that you bewitched me. You brainwashed me. And in fact, what happened was that she said she was at home, she got a text message from me, and she was like, okay, since I'm not going to the market today, let me just attend the presentation. And she, took herself to the presentation center, and that was it. She made, and she said the money she came with was the money she's supposed to go to the market with. There, she made the payment. Then registration was 38,000, and she made the payment. That's 8,000 naira. And when she went back home, she felt like, come on, this man must have some charm. This man bewitched me. Something must, and she saw a lot of persons that made payment that day. Guess what? But when I called on her, sent her text messages, she came back again and she was like, okay, now I'm relaxed. Trust me, a lot of people that make payments during the presentation, within few days after that payment, they are still feeling that they made a wrong decision. How many of you here, maybe there are some circumstances or some things that played out as when you made your payment, but how many of you here felt that, I think I'm in a wrong place, so I don't know, I don't trust these guys, I don't trust this platform. Within your first few days of joining the business, there were still doubts in you. Be very sincere with me. I'm the first. How many of you? Let me see, raise your hand. How many of you? I can see Izuka. I can see Mommy Asanu Abimbola. Mommy Asanu, let me hear from you. How did you feel within the first few days? How did you feel?
I said, it's like they are using sham in this place because my husband. I just felt like that.
Wow.
They are using sham.
Wow. As in, someone called me and said, how are you doing this? I don't know you from anywhere. After the presentation at night, I just sent money for 7 accounts. One man from Benin. I said, it's your heart leading you. And your heart will never deceive you. You are in the right place. Just stay relaxed. So you must know that when you validate people, it clears off every lasting doubt. So learn to do that. When you validate, it clears off every what? Lasting doubt. Now, this step 2, set their expectations. Number 1, you have to understand this. There is what we call unrealistic expectations and goals. And unrealistic expectations and goals are one of the biggest reasons why new distributors drop out. So your job is to make sure they know what to expect. Tell them that their success or failure is all up to them. They are in charge of their own success. If they fail, they were the ones who created the failure. If they succeed, they created their own success. You are there to support and guide them. Secondly, it's your job to help your new distributors become independent of you as quickly as possible. Now, you will have noticed this clearly in our foundation class. We have the new franchises orientations where we make it very clear. We have the expectation management. You are the one who creates the success. You are the one who creates the failure. Set their expectations aright. Many of them, they come in with this expectation that, oh, we're going to, be putting money for, sending money into their bank account. It's important from day one, they got to know that this is business and not an investment. And then they did an investment of time, resources, and energy for them to succeed in the business. When you don't set these expectations aright on time, they will leave. In fact, some persons will be grumbling. You led me to something. There's no one that goes through our foundation class and joins us in Millionaire School that grumbles. Oh, do you know why? Because we make our time to set their expectations what? Aright. So that's the third thing to do. Second thing to do. Now the third thing to do is to make sure they are prepared. Make sure they are prepared. Share with them testimonies and help them have theirs. If you have testimonies, you can share with them. Give your new partners the appropriate tools. The tools we are using. It is your responsibility, not mine, to send to your new distributors the invitation text messages, the recorded videos, and our meeting links. Many of you make that mistake. You wait for them to join the Millionaire School, and in the Millionaire School, I'm going to be the one to still send to general WhatsApp groups. It is your responsibility to private chat them and ask them, have you gotten this banner? Have you gotten this video? Have you gotten this link? It's your responsibility to give them the tools required. Our online banners, our offline banners, you are the one to give it to them. So make sure your new distributors have the appropriate tools to help them go through the exposure process with their new prospects. Now, secondly, make sure your new partners get connected. Connect them to your team's WhatsApp groups. I've seen people, come on, how can you have someone that have gone through foundation class and the person wasn't added to the general team group? Why? It's your responsibility to ensure they are well connected to our platforms to enable them to bond better with other team members and also have access to updated information about the company. Teach them how to use their DTC. It's your responsibility. Teach them how to log in into their account. It's not my responsibility, please. You are to teach them how to log into their DTCs. You are to teach them how to do encashments. You are to teach them how to link their bank account. How can someone join your business? He's registering people and he doesn't really know anything about encashment. He doesn't know how to link bank accounts. And you say you are building your business. You want your retention rate to go up. You must teach them how to log in into their accounts. Teach them how to do encashment. Teach them how to connect their bank accounts. Now, how many of us are seeing our errors now? If you are learning, let me see wave your hand. If you are learning, let me see wave your hand if you are learning. You see that? It's not my responsibility. The Millionaire School is where I guide you. The Millionaire School is where I direct you. The Millionaire School is where sometimes I feel that, oh, there are certain things that my leaders are not doing properly or some places are not doing properly. I come up and I do them. But if you are to grow in the business, you have to take full responsibility in doing these things. You know, you can't not leave it out to the Millionaire School platform. We can't do everything. I can't deal with every partner one-on-one. I can't do that. I won't be able to do that effectively. I'm a human being. Look at you. How many partners do you have in your own team? You couldn't even reach out to them one-on-one, and you expect me to reach out to thousands of persons. You want me to die? I know the answer is no. I know you guys love me so much. If you don't love me, don't raise your hand. If you love me so much and you want me to stay healthy, reaching out to you and keep training you, let me see you wave your hand. If you don't love me, don't raise your hand. If you don't love me, don't raise your hand. If you don't love me. You put not even raise your hand. Now, if you don't love me, don't raise your hand. If you love me, raise your hand. I love you all too. So you have to help me in staying healthy and for us to keep doing and building the business. And by doing so, what I'm doing right now is the right thing. I'm supposed to be encouraging you. I'm supposed to be telling you what to do. And then in your own little way, you are now to execute on them. You see? So I do mine, you do yours, and then that's how we grow. So make our time today. Call your partners and ask them, have you logged in into your DTC? If they say no, teach them how to log into their DTC. Ask them, have you done your encashments? Do you know how to do encashment? They'll say no. Teach them. Have you linked your bank account? Have you submitted your bank account for account linking? And they say no. Teach them. All right. Now, on that note, Mama Agnes and Mama Kehinde, you're doing a great job. Mama Agnes, you are the one requesting for username and passwords. I'm already on them. Okay, Mama Kehinde, by God's grace, I'm traveling to Bauchi today. When I get to Bauchi in the evening, of course, you know how we do it. Early in the morning, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to send you all the slips that are available. All the slips I've got. I think there's only one now I haven't cleared. No, in one or two? Only two. Yes, two I haven't cleared. All right. So I'm going to send you all the slips that you requested for. And every other person that did payments, made their payments, I'm going to be sending you your slips. Like Madam Uchechi. Madam Uchechi, I just enjoy your style. Seriously, you just, in a gentle and a cool way, they do your thing. I like that. Okay. I pray that one of the days I'm going to come over there at Badagry and have some meetings with you and your people. I pray so. I pray God helps me. Okay. So that is it. Don't forget that. Make sure you teach them how to use their DTC, do encashment, and do account linking. Explain more to them the compensation plan. But please, don't talk about anything uni-level and step, or the different ranks, silver executive, rising star mentors. No, at that point in time, no. They don't need all the details at that point. They should be able to know what will happen financially as they move through the first few levels. Let me explain to you. The only thing you have to tell them is this. Look at how the business works. One on the left, one on the right, you got a matching bonus. One on the left and one on the right, you have your matching bonus. And then once you do that and you have 3 accounts, you become a mentor. You're going to enter some special trainings. That's the only thing you have to explain to them. The matching bonuses, one on the left, one on the right. If you are the one that recommended someone, apart from the matching bonus of 7,000, you get paid 4,500 naira. And then tell them, if you connect 2 persons and you have 3 accounts, you become a rising star mentor. That's the only thing you should talk about when it comes to our payout plan. Teach them how to properly invite their prospects to hear more about what we have to offer. It's your responsibility to teach them how to send that message. It's your responsibility on how to teach them, on teaching them how to make the phone calls. It's your responsibility to teach them how to compile the numbers. You see that? I'm going to do it in the Millionaire School, but you are the one that will enforce it. Your partners will have a better time getting started if they know at least how the professional invitation process works. And I've taught us that. All right? So make sure you teach them. Now, step 4. Remember what we are dealing with today is how to do what? Handle your new partners to increase your retention rate. There must be people, there will always be people that will not be serious. But a whole lot of persons will be serious when you follow these steps. So number 4, create a plan together. Sit down with your new partner and discuss on plan to help them have their first matching bonuses. Okay? Plan with them how to become a rising star mentor in maximum 2 months. Plan with them. Plan with them on how to attend their first AIM Global upcoming events, if we have an upcoming event, or RDI NGO recognition events. Yes. If your new distributors can't get results quickly, they will become they will be more likely to continue. If they can get results quickly, they'll be more likely to continue. When it takes too long for someone to get results, there will be every likelihood that they may not continue. Now, what structure in the Millionaire School? What structure did I create that answers this? Anyone that can get this will get a recharge card from me this morning. If you can get this correctly, just in one sentence, if you don't say the way it is in my heart, then I'm not going to give it to you. If you get this correctly, I'm going to recharge your phone this morning. If it's data, you tell me it's data. Okay, maybe I'm going to do you data. Okay, I'm going to do for you 5 gig or 10 gig data. Yeah, how much is that? Okay, I'm going to do you 10 gig data, 10 gigabytes of data of MTN. I'm going to do that this morning. If you can get this correctly. Now, there is a platform I created, a structure I created that handles this, creating a plan together in our Millionaire School. I need someone to raise his hand. Okay, I have here Mrs. Beckley. Mrs. Beckley, can you tell me what that system is? Can you guess? Can you get it right? Can you get it right? Mrs. Beckley, are you there? Obviously, maybe you're not raising your hand.
No, I'm not raising my hand.
Okay, you're not. Okay, then Fumila, your mommy. Mommy Fumila, you go ahead. Answer me.
90 days recruiting challenge.
Come on, wow, you too sharp. Oh. You got it correctly. After now, send me your MTN number on WhatsApp. In fact, send it to me right now here on Zoom. Okay? Come on.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, send it to me right now
sir.
on Zoom. Your MTN number. Let me do for you 10 gig. I'm sending 10 gig data to you this morning. As in, I'm sending it to you now while we are still in the Millionaire School. Send it now. Send it right now. I'm waiting. Let me copy it before we continue. 10 gig data. If you want things like this, be answering my questions. I'll be doing your data for you, especially MTN. All right. Of course, you know what that 10 gig will do for you. It will help you to connect to the Millionaire School at least for some good number of days. All right. Okay, I've seen. Okay, 080 3333 5800. Okay, you want to call? Okay, take this. Okay, so Mommy Fumi, just expect your 10 gig. Once it's recharged, I will tell you to check your data balance. You won't get a message, but you see the data balance will increase. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, all right. So the platform, the structure that I created that handles this is the 90 days recruiting challenge. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to create an additional plan with them. The plan is 90 days recruiting challenge. How many of you here, when people join your business, you call them one-on-one and sit down with them and tell them, I want to help you to make sure you achieve your 90 days recruiting challenge. When they do their 90 days recruiting challenge, it lays the foundation for them to earn ₦1 million in 6 months. That's number one. When they are able to do their 90 days challenge, automatically they become a rising star mentor. In fact, they will now be moving up to becoming an influential mentor. Can you see that? The 90 days recruiting challenge addresses this perfectly. That's it. We'll talk about that is it. So if your new distributors start making money faster, they will likely continue. But when they don't make money faster, they won't continue. Now you must know that a new partner is one who is hungry for direction. Now, that's the next part. The fifth step is give them an assignment. Give them an assignment. A new partner is one hungry for direction. So give him a simple task to begin with and give him a deadline. All right? That's the reason why in our foundation class, we give you a deadline, we give you something to report to us with. Give them an assignment that will help them get over the line towards success. For example, getting their first customer or distributor. Yes, proclaiming their intentions to the world. You need to help them build their confidence. That is your responsibility. Help them build their confidence in the business so as to boldly share it with others. Give them confidence. A lot of people are so ashamed of network marketing. You know why? Because the society has so much disdain over network marketing. Network marketing has been bastardized in Nigeria and in Africa at large. It's your responsibility to build their confidence. There's none of you here that can be in my training for 1 month and not be confident enough as a network marketer. No. We are not just network marketers. We are here to build lives. We are here to touch people's lives. We are here to transform people's lives. That's what we are doing. We are not just network marketers. What are we marketing? We are building lives here. We are changing people's destinies. We are shaping people's destinies. I know so many people here. Don't worry. In our upcoming events by February next year, you're going to see testimonies. It's not just about money. In RDI, we have a lot of people having their lives being shaped. We have a lot of people, having so much testimonies in their careers and in their various businesses. How many of you are testimonies to what I'm saying? Let me see you wave your hand. Let me see wave your hand. Let me see wave your hand. Let me see wave your hand. Quickly. You see that? You see that? Someone told me, sir, do you know that since I was born, I've never sat down to intentionally set a goal. I've never sat down to intentionally plan. I've never done this. I've never woken up on time to study. I've never had anything of about personal development, giving myself attention to grow. As in, I feel so better now. As in, I'm in a place now where I'm so sure of what to do to succeed. And that is what RDI is all about. That's what it's all about. Things you should never do. Now, let me conclude quick. Things you should never do while starting a partner. Do not give the new partner multiple books to read. Give them one book at a time to read. Yes, one book at a time. Number two, don't ever tell a new partner some of our company's challenges. Every company has a challenge. How can you meet a new partner and you follow them to complain about products? Products are not always available in the office. No. You are killing your own business. Or rather tell them, my dear, these are free products being given to you. But nevertheless, look at the back orders. You must receive them. So relax. As they are coming, you'll be enjoying. Take the one being given to you, go home, enjoy it. Now, as they are coming, you keep collecting. As they are coming, you keep collecting. You are not supposed to join a new partner. Man, even my own self, the one I even paid for 6 months ago, self, I never even collect myself. Can you imagine? You are killing your own business. Do not tell a new partner that he must come to office every day. Encourage them to be there every day. encourage them. And the day they come, appreciate them. The day they don't come, find out. Be empathetic with them. Okay? It's very important. These are some of the things you should never do. Now, repeat the initial franchisee's orientation with them and a smart starter guide as many times as possible with your partners. I believe you have the videos. We have a video on initial franchisee's orientation and a smart starter guide. Repeat that training with your new partners. Repeat it with them over and over again until they are completely consumed with a passion to work their plan. Done? Mommy Fumi, please kindly check your data now. Mommy Fumi, can you kindly check your data balance now? I've sent it.
Okay, sir.
Check
Okay,
your-
sir, I will do that.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. I'm very grateful, sir.
All right, all right, all right. Ah, who is advocating? Let it go round, sir. Dr. Robiton. Mommy Robiton, you want your own 10 gig? You want your own 10 gig too?
I want, sir.
You want it? Don't worry.
Yes, I want.
You want also? Hey, yeah.
Yes.
Wait for my next question. Wait for my next question.
Okay.
Get it correctly. I give you 10 gig.
I will try.
Maybe I go use gig do Christmas for some people. I'll be gigabyte. Send gigs to people. I think that would be nice. Yes, now because we're doing millionaire school during Christmas period. I don't want people to spend. Everybody's advocating. Mommy Asano Abimbola said, I need my own too. I want it too. Don't worry. Just keep attending the millionaire school. And then one of the days you will win it. So make sure you repeat the training, initial franchisee's orientation and smart starter guide as many times as possible with your new partners. Now, that is the end of how to handle your new partners rightly. How many of you enjoyed the training this morning? Let me see wave your hand. If you learned something great this morning, let me see wave your hand. Let me see wave your hand. All right. God bless you real good. Make sure you invite people today to our business presentation. Okay, I'm traveling to Bauchi this morning. I'm going to impart in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour. I will be on my way to Bauchi State. Okay, by God's grace, we are having our night presentation. When tomorrow afternoon, I will let us know whether we are having a night presentation on Saturday, because I will be traveling from Bauchi. I'll be driving down to Gombe State after my training in Bauchi. So sometimes I do normally come in late. So I'm going to check the nature of the training. Once it is clear, I will let us know. But I will let us know on time, very much on time. In fact, I will let us know tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I will let us know. My Rising Star Mentors, even though I have a training in Bauchi tomorrow morning, I'm still going to have my Rising Star Mentors training. Even if it means for me to have it in the car, I'm going to have it because we need some serious discussion. So every Rising Star Mentor, make sure you are there tomorrow for our meeting. Our meeting is on Saturdays, 8 a.m. in the morning. I have something to do, but make sure you are there. Make sure you are there. In fact, I'll be in the training center in Bauchi having that meeting. So make sure you are there. If you have other Rising Star Mentors under you, make sure they connect to the meeting. I don't want any form of lateness. I don't want anyone coming late or not attending the meeting. It's very, very vital. God bless you. Mommy Fumi, you are asking me when I'm coming to Lagos next year, obviously. God bless you real good. Love you all. Have you seen the data? Mommy Fumi, unmute yourself. Have you seen the data?
I will check it, sir. No problem. I will check it.
Check it now so that our people here will know they are not sent down.
Okay, sir. You can't lie. You cannot lie.
Thank you. In fact, you said it all. God bless you, ma.
You can't lie. You cannot lie. Thank you, sir.